You were broken, bleeding, burned, beaten, or bruised. Years later, all that remains is a scar. I love scars. I love the beauty in their authenticity. Mr. Toastmaster, my fellow flawed friends, today we are going to redefine what it means to be scarred. A scar can be a badge of honor. Sometimes what once threatened us can now be a sign of our determination to live. What once wounded us can now be an emblem for hope and insight. Not every scar is a tragedy. Some of them are rather common. I, for example, have scars shared with many women, the dreaded stretch marks from pregnancy. Don't worry, I won't be showing them to you today, but as women, we're so hard on ourselves. We always say, oh my gosh, I need to find the latest lotion and potion and cover them up. I just never felt that way about mine. I see mine as mommy stripes, each one proudly earned. And I would gladly take 1,000 more if it meant bringing my beautiful child into this world. Some scars show character. I have a nephew who got into a fight in high school when he was about 14. He finally stood up to this bully, older kid that was easily twice his size one day. Of course, he lost the fight, had to go to the hospital, ended up getting stitches, and now has a scar right here above his lip. So he comes home from school one day and you could tell he's upset. And you know how young men are. They don't like to talk about their feelings. But eventually I pry it out of him. And he tells me the kids at school have been making fun of him. They call him Scarface. And wasn't quite sure what to say, but I walk up to him and I say, number one, put the video game down. Number two, I need you to look at me. I'm about to tell you something incredibly important. Perfection is boring. There's nothing interesting about a blank canvas. Throughout this life, you will acquire scars, marks, bumps, bruises of all kinds. Each one of them is a brushstroke on your canvas. And besides, no one goes to see a movie called Unscarface. No, they go to see Scarface because it's interesting. You see, it's adversity, complexity, your triumphs, and your failures that will make up the kaleidoscope of colors on your canvas. You, young man, are a masterpiece in the making. Some scars will test us. They will test our self-worth. I have a really good friend named Jenny. She's always doing something cool. You know, one of those people that just make you feel perpetually lame. I'll be at the movies getting extra butter on my popcorn. She's doing a decathlon. So I'm always excited to answer the phone when Jenny calls. I want to see what her latest adventure was. Hey, Jenny. Jenny's been in a severe mountain biking accident. She fell right off a cliff, right into a shrub. Now, the shrub saved her life, but a branch went straight through her leg. Several surgeries later, she wound up with a scar from the top of her thigh all the way to the bottom of her calf. And for months, she wouldn't wear shorts or dresses. She wouldn't come to the beach with us. She really withdrew from everything she loved and all the activities she used to do. So I pop in on her one day, check on her, and we're talking about everything she's been through. And I will never forget when she looked at me and said, Debbie, who's going to love me? Who's going to love me with this hideous scar on my leg? What do you say to that? I did my best. I looked at my dear friend and I said, listen, the right man will love that scar because it's part of you. That scar is evidence that you are a fearless adventurer. You live life full throttle, and when you do that, you are bound to get scratched up a bit. But my friend, you are no shrinking violet. I said to her what I say to all of you today. Please, don't hide from life because of your scars. Later that day, I shared with her a quote from author Daniel Saint. It said, "She wore her scars like her finest attire, a stunning dress made of pure hellfire. And that's how we should wear our scars." You see, there is a freedom that comes with shamelessly unbearing your scars, daring the person in front of you to see what lies just beneath the surface, challenging them to empathize with the pain, respect the strength born from struggle, and appreciate the wisdom that comes with healing. Today, my friends, it will not be enough for you to quietly sit and agree with my sentiments. The next chance you get, I want you to shake hands with the scarred war veteran. Rejoice in life with the scarred cancer survivor. Embrace a woman or a child scarred by domestic violence. Join me in reminding the most scarred among us, not only are they pillars of perseverance, not only are they fierce warriors, they are undeniably beautiful.